Okay, so we just walked in the back door of the shop. I am going through the items that we currently have listed or have been sold. One of the items is here that Casey listed, and I'm setting it over here because she accidentally listed it. It's a console set, and she accidentally didn't list it as a set. So I'm actually looking for the little candlesticks. I'm not seeing them here. I have to look a little closer. I'm actually seeing some items like this back here. I know this sold quite a few weeks ago, and I'm not sure why it's still here.
Okay, well you got a power strip there.
So I have a question, and the
What?
camera is rolling.
What?
This sold. Why do we still have it?
Because it was an unpaid item case that got closed and it never got relisted.
Okay, it's a good item. We should relist it.
Yes, there are items that were not paid for. I am opening unpaid item cases.
We get a lot of unpaid item cases, unfortunately. It just comes with doing auctions, but I'm gonna have to find, like I said, the candlesticks for those.
I was on top of things before. Hey, did you see my temporary space?
Oh yeah, you painted this. And
No, this looked like god-awful garbage when I was in here earlier.
wow, you spent an entire day painting this, and it looks phenomenal.
I spackled holes, I painted,
In one day.
vacuumed. It was
This
like
took you
about
one day.
4 or 5 hours just to clean it up.
You
'cause
made
there was-
yourself a closet office.
Temporary space till we get the back area done.
It looks nice in here.
But
You did a nice job.
get my bookshelf for some books.
Yes.
But yeah, so
Very nicely done.
we got all this stuff. Here's all this little stuff. There's a lot of linens in here too, but we pretty much got whatever's here in this giant pile to go through. There's a lot of stuff that they have seen, but it's been a while. Things that just got boxed away, stashed away that we forgot about.
Okay.
But there is a bunch of cool stuff in this pile here.
All right. Well, today we are packing boxes for Casey to list.
Yep.
Well, she is at home.
On quarantine.
Okay, so we are about to go through the boxes that you see over here. Not all of them, just some of them. But our goal today is to go through some of the boxes, pull out the stuff that is worth like $20 and up, and we are going to wrap that and send it off to Casey to list while we are all practicing social distancing, because she does list from her home. She works from home, which is something that we let her do, and we allow her to do that because we are all for working from home. So we're gonna get her some boxes together. We're gonna go through them today. It only makes sense for us financially to give her stuff that is worth more than $20 because we pay her per listing. So as a result, we have to go through these boxes and make sure that the stuff that we're getting her is worth more than $20. So let's go through this stuff together because I don't think I've seen it yet. Neither of you. Here we go. That was kind of a letdown. We've got 2 pieces in this box. They're actually super heavy though. This piece right here, I believe it's pewter.
Hey, check these out.
What do you have?
Oh, you found those. This is a mark box.
Oh, this is the mark box.
But that's okay. But
Grab
that's
the
okay.
box,
But
and I'm
that's
like,
okay.
what is this?
No, that's okay. This is actually a really old piece of pewter that's got to be researched.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It was very heavy. It felt like pewter, and I'm like, oh.
I do.
Okay. This is not one of our items.
I do, however, have these for
Ah,
Casey.
yes.
Check these out. Check these out. These are 1920s, 1930s. Czech art glass elephant charms.
Since we are in the mood of Czech lately, why not?
Here's another one.
I don't know if they're gonna focus.
Czech.
Ah, look at those.
Little Czech art glass elephants.
They're
Original
so
charm
cute.
strings. If you look these up online, they sell for about 20 to 25 bucks a piece.
Yeah.
So we got 2 of them.
All right.
And they're both, each one's different. You know, they're not the same exact, because they're hand blown.
Yeah.
So these are,
Well, I'm gonna put this marked box away. Oh wait, let's show this first. Check this out.
oh, that's epic.
I don't know if you guys. have
I
seen
Instagrammed that, but I don't think we ever
Did you
hauled that.
Instagram this?
I definitely Instagrammed that.
It's pretty epic.
It's
What is-
1863 Philadelphia. It's got a
giant-
walrus on the top.
And this
there.
is like a falcon or something, right?
Big eagle on the front. You got the griffin handle.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
That piece there retails. Okay, so I'll tell you a couple things
right.
about this real
Make
quick.
sure you're in the camera.
I am. So all this engraving that's on here is actually unique to this particular coffee pot.
Okay.
Okay, people would have these engraved in their own. So this design of this coffee pot with the eagle and the walrus and the griffin, that's all standard, and you will find those. But all of the engravings are going to be different. And there are no 2 engravings
And that
alike.
looks like a dog with his doghouse.
It is, and there's birds up in the sky. There's a dog with a doghouse. This one is a deer with birds. So this is more like a manly hunting piece. Now, this has a blank area where they would have had their initials engraved, but they never had that personalized.
Interesting.
So that helps out a lot. Now, this is real easy to research because it's Kaufman in Philadelphia. It's dated 1863. It is Civil War period coffee pot. This is very, very extravagant for the time. It is silver plate. With the this thing just screams epic.
So ornate.
Now the ones that I found online sold comps for this exact coffee pot were in the $200 to $250 range. So I'm happy with the 50 bucks that cost.
Yeah. So this box right here is going to Mark and Laura.
You know what? Actually, I think Casey can have this one now because this is really self-explanatory, and
Yeah.
and we don't really have to do a whole lot of research on it.
Okay.
It's out there. It's easy to find. It'll take her about 3 minutes to find out every bit of information she needs to know about this piece to list it correctly.
All right, so never mind. This is going to Casey. But we also have Mark and Laura doing listings for us. They do a lot of our paper stuff. So when you see our postcards and everything else go up, that's usually Mark and Laura doing that. They do a lot of the research that comes in with the pictures and the postcards and all of that. So we usually set boxes aside for them that need that additional research. For example, that coal miners
Photograph
that came up recently, that was Mark's work. He just did this amazing research on this piece and knew the exact person who photographed it and where it was photographed, and he did some amazing research on that piece. But we specifically set stuff aside for him.
And that's one of the boxes. And
A marked box that I grabbed, apparently.
I think the 2 that are underneath of it are as well.
Okay.
I have like a little pile going there.
I just grabbed random boxes.
You can have this though.
What is it? What is it?
How about the restaurant wear? Do you want Casey to do restaurant wear?
Yeah, Casey can do restaurant. Okay. That's a really pretty swan. It does look like it has a Japanese sticker on the bottom, but I'm not able to make that out.
Oh, Sealy, Royal Sealy.
Is that what it is?
It's Royal Sealy.
Okay.
Yes, it's the logo is actually a seal.
Yeah, I see that now. There is a seal on the bottom.
Yep, Royal Sealy.
That is nice. I like that. I like that all the petals are intact on those flowers.
I know, and
That's
I
pretty
looked that
impressive.
over.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I looked that over. Actually, Mike Hollowell sent that to us. He said he had picked it up. He really couldn't do anything with it, so it's more our forte.
All right, there we go. Andrew went through and pulled out some good boxes for us that we haven't seen yet. So we're gonna go through those and see what we can find. I've already peeked. There's some good stuff in there.
Definitely good. These are hotel.
Yeah, I see that.
I think they're Penn Harris. Little Dalton.
Yeah.
I mean, these are gorgeous. Do they have the hotel on them?
No, they don't.
No, then there's other ones in one of these other boxes that has hotel stuff, but those are absolutely beautiful. I can't get over how thin they are.
So these are Royal Dalton. They've got that cobalt band with the gold. And they are marked on the bottom. They're like this nice, I don't know, regal? Would you describe it as being regal?
Yeah.
It's kind of like this, I don't know.
Federal?
Yeah, federal.
I mean, they've got that. I just like the blue and the gold.
Yeah, there's two of them, so there's a pair.
This was in one of the other boxes I had pulled out. This is really pretty.
I like that base.
I know, I like the lines on it.
It's very spring-like. KPM. Germany. That's pretty. It's got the mark on the bottom, KPM. But those flowers, you know, it's springtime. It's speaking to me.
I have to figure out what this one's for, but this has got Sec Ultra
Hero.
Casero.
Casero.
It's probably, no, it's SED Ultra. I can Google it anyway.
It's probably Latin.
Yeah, it's a crest of some kind. I'll have to figure that out. Get this.
Oh, I like the bird.
I know.
So this has a crest on it. I see that. And
These are
then
covered in
this one's got a bird. I love the bird.
There you go. These are birds. Especially birds. Birds and a fish. And then this is really nice too with the blue.
Yeah, so that's the same pattern as before. Yeah, that tunstall. The wheat shaft pattern. I haven't seen it in blue. I've seen it in green and gold.
This is really cool.
Never seen that in blue before.
This is really cool. This is a stangle. Stangle? It looks like stangle. It might not be stangle. It's not marked. But it looks like it.
It's pretty, I like it. What are you hiding behind your back?
President's first birthday in the White House, but it's got the like Pennsylvania like hexy theme to it because he had a house here in Lancaster, well, what's that, Adams County in Gettysburg, and I almost wonder, I don't know if that's printed on there. I mean, I'm gonna assume it's printed on there.
Yeah, those are the distal think.
This is really cool. This is a cool piece.
I think those birds are called distal think.
And Eisenhower's super popular.
That is pretty neat. 1953.
What about that large compote there?
This?
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
Did you? Okay. This is really cool. Zucker?
I think that's sugar.
Yeah, it is. It is a sugar.
A sugar canister. Zucker. It's a shame it's got that crack. It's an old crack though.
This is really pretty house. It's a vintage souvenir.
Yeah. I gotta say souvenir. Made in
Here's a little-
Japan. Feel a little village.
Japanese vase. Ball.
It's kind of interesting how they cut it out into the design. That's kind of a Satsuma design, but it's got the moirage with the dragon. So the moirage is this texture. That would be considered the moirage. But it's got the geisha right here. It's interesting. I like that. Of course, it's made in Japan. It's a more modern piece. This Satsuma.
This is a little more. This is really cool. Koji pottery. I want to say we've had something like this before, and it did pretty well.
It's similar to
But it's got all its original
Majolica.
in the original box.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's gorgeous.
The paperwork here.
Giant bunny.
Of course, giant bunny.
Giant bunny. Okay, we got the
Easter
giant bunny.
is coming.
Think spring. Think spring.
Think spring. Oh, that's really heavy. It's marked Japan. It's actually got a vintage sticker on it. It's really got some weight to it, which I wasn't expecting. So it's probably for the yard. It's probably like lawn art because of its weight. But it's stay there. That's my jam.
I know, right?
So these right here are Victorian glass. These are Bristol art glass. And you can see on the bottom they have the ponto mark. And they're kind of rough. I was gonna say, is that we're gonna go by us? But they've got this ruffled edge. Now a lot of the time this design has a tendency to be worn. In this case it does have some wear, but it's not significant. A lot of the times you'll find it and it'll be completely worn off. So this isn't actually that bad, comparatively speaking. But this is considered Bristol glass. And Bristol glass has kind of become more of a style than an actual thing because it's really hard to say whether or not this is Bristol glass or this isn't. So it's just kind of a style at this point, but we've got the mark on there. I'm just loving it. I love Bristol glass. So these would be displayed on the mantle.
So this has got a Belgium mark on here, WA Belgium, but down here it looks like Lockhart, or it's definitely signed. It's definitely a signed piece.
Looks like Lambert.
It could be Lambert.
Ta-da. And there's marked Lambert on the bottom.
Look at this gorgeous Occupy Japan. I'm just gonna start like lining things up here for you. So you can be like, ooh, hi, hello.
Those are some beautiful blue opalescent little glasses. Now the blue opalescent is this kind of clouded blue. It's not a see-through blue glass. This is considered blue opalescent. But there's these two. They would call them tumblers. Digging those. Yes. More Bristol. Not bad. So this right here was more than likely a lamp at one point in its life, and it's no longer a lamp, but it wouldn't be too hard to change it into a lamp. This is also blue opalescent. However, some would call it blue milk glass. And this is another Bristol glass vase. It's Victorian era, so it's like late 1800s, early 1900s. But instead of the flowers, we have this gold design, which is, again, slightly worn, but not completely. But it is really nice. So it's a little bit taller than the other ones. I think this is my favorite. Don't I've been putting off. Now that is just fantastic. This is a peach blow. Peach blow is this pink glass which is cased by this white glass with this silver crest which goes along the edge, and the silver crest is this clear glass, and it's crimped, so you can see this crimping like you would say like a pie is crimped on the edges. So this is also called crimped, but this is peach blow. I love peach blow. Not enough that I would hold on to this because I can't keep everything. I just tell myself that all the time. You can't keep everything. If you keep all of it, then you just end up a hoarder. So I pass things along to other people who can appreciate them. But this is peach blow with a silver crest. And it's just a really nice piece. Now, Fenton did make some of these pieces. This piece, it's not marked. I'm not sure if it's Fenton or not. I would have to do a little bit of research. But I'm digging it. I love it.
We've got that, these, this, and this stuff here.
All right. Now there are actually 6 of these, but I could only grab 4 comfortably without breaking them. These are art glass. These are actually some art glass pieces. They are not marked anywhere, so I'm not sure. I can't really attribute them to Italy or anything like that, but they are some nice blue art glass little glasses. I like that swirl though.
This is actually a cool vintage toy. I'm surprised to see this. This is in really good shape. It's called Sandtite, and you would put this in the sandbox, and it basically made magnetic sand out of your sand, and it's
like vintage magnetic sand.
Red, white, and blue. Well, red, neutral, and blue, and all 3 of the containers are still sealed, like the 3 original.
I wonder if they would still work.
I don't know.
We should test it.
No. The toy collectors want it in the box. No, that's kind of cool.
That's funny.
That's really cool. Gem Color Company Inc., Patterson, New Jersey. And there's no zip code on it, so that's probably pre-60s. So this is probably 1950s, early 60s. No barcode.
Magnetic sand.
Yep, this is cool. That's a cool vintage toy.
All right, so we got this guy. You guys know from watching the videos that we have been picking up a lot of this lately. Either it's Fostoria, it could be Indiana glass, American pattern. It's really hard for us to tell the difference, but the overall consensus is that it is called Cubist. So we'll usually put Cubist in our titles if we can't determine whether or not it is definitely Fostoria or Indiana or sometimes Homeco. But other companies actually made glass for Homeco, so I don't know. But anyway, this pattern is called Cubist because they look like cubes. But it is just a nice console ball. It's 3-footed. So, yeah, I don't know. That's an art glass ball. I don't know what else to say about it except for the fact that it is an art glass ball. It's actually pretty cool looking. It doesn't have a stand, but it's completely spherical.
That's Limoges.
I know it is.
That's a killer little piece.
Focus on me. Okay, so Limoges made a lot of little itty bitty mini plates, and this is actually one of the little miniature plates that they made. Now there are a lot of collectors for these little miniature plates, and we just happen to have found one of these little mini plates. And it is a courting scene, so when you see a man and a woman, that's typically considered a courting scene, and that's what this is. On the back, it does say Limoges on the back, and it's actually got this cute little stand for it. But in the Limoges book, there's an entire chapter dedicated to these little plates, and they're just really nice. This is actually pretty cool because I found them before without the little stand, and I'm actually quite impressed by this whole apparatus. So I like that. But there you have it, a little Limoges plate. Okay, so I think we've gone through enough stuff to send with Casey. Walter is actually going to be going to Hanover to drop this stuff up with her and make a swap with the stuff that we're gonna have to ship out over the next week or so. But anyway, I have to go meet with the kids. They are at my parents' and they are having tacos for dinner, so I'm pretty excited about that. But I hope you all are safe and well, and I will see you all tomorrow. Later. My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook.